Hello everyone, this is part 4 application of annuity. We'll see the example of the loans. Before looking at the specific example, I'd like to introduce the different types of loans. There are 3 different types of loans. First one is pure discount loans. Pure discount loans does not have any periodic interest payments. The principal amount will be repaid at maturity date, and it is issued at a deeply discounted price. So the benefit is the price differences between the purchase price and the face value. That will be the only benefit for pure discount loans. Second one is the interest-only loans. Interest-only loans has interest payments, but payments only includes interest, not the principal. So principal does not change. Principal amount should be repaid at maturity date. So there are lump sum payment left. Amortized loans. For amortized loans, the payments includes principal and the interest together. So some portion of principal and certain portion of interest. Therefore, principal amount start to decline as we make a payment. So the same amount of money, and at the end of the long term, there's no lump sum payments. It's paid off. So this example of the ordinary annuity. We'll see the amortized loan case more detail. So which type of loan is riskier? Interest-only loans are riskier because it only pay interest portion, principal never be paid back. So there's loan balance still left. Therefore, interest-only loans are riskier than amortized loans. Now let's look at the example, buying a house problem. So you're ready to buy a house. You have $20,000 for down payment and closing cost. Closing costs are estimated to be 4% of the loan value. And you have annual salary, $36,000. So monthly, $3,000, right? The bank is willing to allow your monthly mortgage payment to be equal to 28% of your monthly income, which means that the bank will lend you maximum 28% of $3,000 payments. $840 is the max payments that bank will allow you. Interest rate on the loan is 6% per year, which means monthly rate is 0.5% because 6 divided by 12, right? For the 30-year fixed rate loan, so monthly payments, the number of payments is 360 payments. There are 2 questions. How much money will the bank loan you, and how much can you offer the price, for the house? So again, monthly income $3,000, maximum payment $840. With $840 loan, the loan you can make is 360 N, number of payments, 0.5 interest, and you make $840, so negative $840, and there's no future value because this is amortized loan, so you are paid off. You compute the present value, then your present value is $140,104.96. That's the maximum loan you can take. So that's the answer of the first question. Now, because you have to pay closing costs, which is the cost to make a loan. So if you want to borrow money, you need to pay the cost, including like fees, taxes, etc. Many other fees. It's estimated of that it's going to be 4%, 0.4 times the loan amount, then $5,604.20 would be the closing cost. You have 20,000 in your pocket, and you have to pay $5,604.20 as closing cost. So you can make $14,398.80 as a down payments. Down payments is your equity money. Total price that you can offer is your loan amount. So you borrow $140,104.96, and then your own money, down payment $14,398.80. Total $154,503.76 will be the maximum offer price you can make. So that's a buying a house problem. There's Excel icon here. If you click this icon, you will see another Excel spreadsheet. This is mortgage template. We know that, so this is the number of payments, not month. We know that $840 will be the payment to the end, right? So let's make the 360 times payments. And let's calculate the present values. Present values. We know the interest rate is 6%. So present value will be the maximum amount of loan you can take. This is PV of, so rate is interest rate divided by 12. Number of payment is 360. So 30-year loans, right? So 360. Let's click this. And then the payment is 840. Future value will be 0, and type is 0 because it's ordinary annuity. Then you can take 140,000, $104.96. 140,000, $104.96 is the balance. Your payment is $840. So first, your loan balance times your interest rate, it should be monthly interest rate, will be interest payments. So $700.52 will be the interest payments. The remaining part, oh, sorry, this should be minus. $139.48 will be principal portion. So your ending balance declined by this much. So your loan balance declined to $139,965. That will be the beginning balance of first year, right? Now let's fix the interest. And then copy everything. Then you have all loan schedules. So this is interest portion. And if you go down, interest portion, decline, and the principal portion increases. And then finally, you're paid off, 0. So how much interest you pay in total? you pay $162,295.04 as an interest. This interest portion will be the tax deduction portion. So if you file, when you file your taxes, your interest portion of the mortgage will be tax deductible, not the principal portion. It's only interest portion. This principal portion is your money, your equity. So you pay back this much. After 5 years, you want to sell the house. How much loan you have to pay back is $130 and $373.77. 10 years, 117. Okay. So this is very useful template for the mortgage problems. Right. So recommend practice. First part quiz, you can afford $632 per month. So you can make these payments. APR 12% is a 48 months loans. How much can you borrow? So hint is calculate the present value of payment equals to 632. Interest rate 12, but this is annual, so you have to get the monthly rate, 48 months. So please solve. So using calculator, again, when you use calculator, you have to second and clear TVM. And n equals to 48. Interest rate is 12% divided by 12, which is 1% interest rate. Payment is 632, and it's going to be negative because you make a payment, PMT, and then zero future value. If you compute present value, then PV equals to 23,999.54, about $24,000. About $24,000. Okay. Find the payment problem. So suppose you want to borrow $20,000 for a new car. You can borrow 8% per year compounded monthly. If you take a 4-year loan, what is the monthly payment? So find the PMT. So suppose you want to borrow $20,000. So initially you have $20,000. Then you make payments 4 years monthly, so 48 times. Borrow 8% should be divided by 12, right? Because this is monthly. Means that n equals 2, so second clear TVM again. And n is what? N is 48. Interest rate, 8 divided by 12 interest rate. PMT, we'll get that. And 20,000 will be present value. And you paid off everything, the future value is 0. You compute payments, then you have payment equals to negative $488.26. So that's how to find the payments. You can also find the payments from Excel. So n equal to 48. Interest rate is 8% divided by 12. and the present value 20,000 and future value 0, then your payment is interest rate, number of payments, and the present value, finally future value, and $488.26. All right. So you can use this template. Finding number of payments. So finding N. You have $1,000 due on a credit card. Payment is $20 month minimum. So your minimum payment is $20,000. Your interest rate is 1.5% per month. So this is 1.5 monthly interest rate. Find N, how many years, how many months to take the paid off this loan. So you borrow $1,000. You make $20 every month. The end. Interest rate, 1.5%. N equals to, so second clear TVM again. N equals to, and we're gonna get that. And the interest rate 1.5. Present value 1,000. All right. And the payment is negative 20. Negative because we pay, and 0 future value. You compute N, and you find N equals to 93.11 months. If you change it to the year, then it's going to be 7.75 years. So it's about 8 years to pay off these loans, about 93 months, 94 months to pay off these loans. Last part case is this one. Suppose you borrow $2,000 at 5%, you are going to make annual payment of $734.42. How long before you pay off the loan? So it's annual payments, interest rate just annual, and your present value 2,000. So find it. So to find this again, second clear TVM, and interest rate 5%. If this is just annual problem, so it's simple. $2,000 present value, and the payment is 734.42. Should be negative again because you make a payment. 0 future value, compute N, then you find N equals to 3 years. So you take 3 years, you pay off the loans. All right, so thank you for watching chapter 5. This is application of the chapter 4, and I believe that it's a little bit more, difficult, more difficult than chapter 4. I recommend you practice many problems, at least the problems in slide. Okay, goodbye.